I am Precious Bookshore Certified Life Coach, and the reason why I'm doing this live tonight is because I'm being obedient to my God's given vision. By me being obedient, I hope that I am able to help you, because I know for a fact in this process that I am surely able to help myself too. Tonight's topic is warning signs. Yes, good. That's a good topic. Something that we really need to talk about, and something that we need to pay attention to in life. What is a warning? So a warning is pretty much, it's a statement or event that indicates a possible or impending danger, problem, or unpleasant situation. Okay? So a warning sign is something that lets you know that there is probably danger ahead, or some type of problem, or something that's unpleasant. So with that being said, warnings are very essential to us in life and very important. Now, how many times have you ran out of gas or almost ran out of gas? So I had a situation yesterday, right? So I get in my car and it said I had 5 miles to go before my gas tank is empty, right? So did I go to the nearest gas station? Nope, no I did not. I was going to another gas station that was along the way to where I was going, and I was saying, okay, this gas station is only 3 miles. So before I get to the gas station, my car went down to 0 miles, okay? It had 0 miles to go. The lights started blinking on and off. So immediately I began to panic. I began to panic, all right? Because not only was I in the car, but I had my daughter in the car. I had ignored the gas light signal to the point where I almost ran out of gas. So that was a big warning for me, and a life lesson for me to don't ever do that again, because I had a sign that told me that I was about to run out of gas, but I was not obedient. I tried to hold it to the last minute, and who want to run to the gas station when the gas is like $6 a gallon anyway, right? So warning signs are, they usually indicate a change in our lives, right? And change comes with a challenge. So there are sometimes, and also warning signs are sometimes, they provide sudden disruption. Now, although they provide sudden disruption, they provide greater protection. Yes, it is a disruption for a busy person to have to stop at the gas station. Who wants to stop at the gas station and pump gas if you got to be from point A? My setup done fail. If you got to go from point A to point B within a certain amount of time, it is a bit of disruption to stop there. So that's why sometimes we ignore warning signs, because they do indicate a change for us. And as humans, most of us, sometimes we don't like change, because change comes with the challenge. Now, there are many different types of warning signs. So you may see a written warning sign. You may go to the pool, the beach, and there may be a sign that say no lifeguard on duty. They'll let you know right then and there. If you can't swim, there's no one here to save you. Don't jump in that lake, okay? When you're in the stores, if they just got through mopping, they usually put a caution wet floor sign, let you know don't be in there skipping, get your kids, don't let them be in there running around. You know, those are written warnings. Now, there are also verbal warnings. You may watch the news. The news may give you a warning to let you know hey, it's going to be a snowstorm tomorrow. Or someone may call you, a friend may call you and say, hey, don't go, over here or over there because it was a shootout, or don't go hang out at this club. Those are verbal warnings. There's also visual warnings. You can see a warning coming. For example, you may look in the sky and be able to tell that there's a tornado coming. You may see someone with a gun in their hand and understand that it's danger. That's your warning. There are also warnings that you can hear. You may hear a siren going by, lets you know to get over. Maybe it's a police car going by. You may hear on your phone, like last night here, and we had a tornado. Everybody's phone was going off. So there was pretty much something that everyone heard. It was a noise. So that was the warning. Okay. Now there are also physical warnings. You can have warnings with your body. You may have, health-wise, women are advised to check their breasts for lumps. Sometimes, if you find a lump in your breast, that's a warning to go get it checked out. You may experience maybe a swollen body part that lets you know that something is wrong going on inside of your body. So there are so many different types of warnings that we experience, and we need to make sure that we pay attention to them, unless you would be in a space like I was yesterday, praying to God. Now I need God help because I didn't pay attention to my warning to get us out of different situations because we didn't pay attention to the warning. Now, have you ever met someone or had a friend introduce you to someone who, just say you maybe been around this person for 20, 30 minutes, right? And you just felt that something was not right with this person. Like you weren't even around them long enough to even get to know them that well, but you just felt like something wasn't right with this person. Those are also warnings. We have to use our intuition. That's a special gift we have. Intuition gives us warnings. That gut feeling that you have, when you feeling a certain type of way about something, sometimes you can't put your finger on it, but just something not right about a situation or about a person. Those are also warnings that we have to pay attention to. Now, have you ever had a gut feeling that maybe someone was lying to you about something? Like you didn't really have the evidence that they were, but you kind of feel like they were lying, and come to find out your gut feeling was right. Sometimes parents have intuitions about their children. The child don't even have to call you. It's just a feeling. So we have to really rely on our intuitions and trust our instincts and utilize those warning signs when they come. Now, have you ever had someone who maybe told you about something and maybe you ignored it yourself? You ignored it yourself, and then come to find out that person was right. They was trying to warn you about something or someone, and you didn't want to listen, and you found out that they were right. Again, it's hard for us to go along with the warnings because they usually indicates that there's a change that we have to make, and they disrupt what we're doing at the time. We don't want to, come to the realization of what's going on. Like, we don't want to stop eating the junk food that the doctor told us to stop, We don't want to stop loving little Ray Ray or little Tay Tay because that's the love of our life. Although it may have been a lot of warning signs, we just still don't want to do it. We don't want to go from comfortable to uncomfortable. We don't want to do it. Okay? We don't want to believe sometimes that our best friend can be talking bad about us. We don't want to believe those things. We don't want to listen to those warnings or feel those warnings, because it's a change. It's a change for us, and it's a challenge. But you gotta pay attention to the warnings, okay? Now, when your friend is talking about all of her other friends to you, that's a warning. That's a warning. We gotta play the warnings for what they are, okay? Now, when that man or that woman lose respect for you, guess what? That is a warning. Warning. So we can't be surprised when things go left, because we ain't been paying attention to the warning signs. When the doctor tells you to stop eating greasy food because your cholesterol is high, maybe your blood pressure is high, those are warnings. They are warning you before things get worse to where you cannot and will not be able to handle them. You got to pay attention to those warnings. So when your job calls you in the office and say, hey, you've been late 12 times, those are warnings that you possibly are about to get fired. And then you get fired and you act surprised, or you mad, or you angry. You did not pay attention to the warnings. So we have to pay close attention and understand that warnings are very important parts of our lives. And I'm going to read this scripture to you all. And it is Ephesians 5:15, which says, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise. So you guys, you got to be very careful and cautious. Watch your surroundings. Watch what's going on around you. Accept things for what they are. Accept people for who they are, because you can get hurt in the process. Very hurt. So pay close attention to the warning signs as they present themselves to you. A warning can save you from a broken toe, a broken heart, a broken relationship. And that relationship can be a friendship, a romantic relationship, a relationship with your children, with your parents, with your co-worker. You know, it can save you from some things, okay? And most of all, warnings can save your life. Thank you all so much for joining. I am